Hello and welcome back to NIMBY Rails. Between sessions I've added in some more signals, so I've added in down from Clapham Junction to Alton and also up Hampton Court branch because it was short. And so we're going to set up those two routes today. I'm not going to set up anything else because that's just going to take time. So I need to copy the colour from this line, paste it into this one. There we go. And please don't center on a new route when I select one because that's just irritating. I don't like it. SWR, we're going to do Alton to Waterloo. And the standard price again. I think we're going to terminate at Alton. I might do quickly count up the number of routes we've got on the main line. Okay, there's 10 main line and 8 suburban on Wimbledon side. So if I look at Waterloo, coming into Waterloo on the suburban, we can access 6 platforms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which isn't really enough. Also, what I am going to do is just drag these out while I'm here. So some suburban services would have to share. On the other hand, most of them, some of them, I should say, not most. Some of them loop around to Windsor. But one of them to the Windsor lines and come back into Waterloo on the other side. One of them loops around to Windsor. Really. So depending on how many Windsor line platforms we've got, my point is we probably do have enough mainline platforms to have the mainline trains terminate at the Waterloo end. If I look at it, where's the mainline signal? Here it is. Can access 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Get 9, and ideally it would need 10. Right. I'd rather avoid the need to share, but we can do it if necessary. Yeah. Actually, no, that one... Okay, no, there are only 9. Okay, that helps. Okay, there are 9 services out of Waterloo at the moment on the main line, so 1 per platform. Main line can be on each platform on its own. The suburbans we're going to have to be a bit more careful about, but that's for another time. For now, with the main line, we can start out of Waterloo. Off the top of my head, I'm not 100% which platform the Alton trains use, so I'm just going to use the furthest right I am able to from still accessing the main line, which is this one. So, add stops, platform AW. Then the first station is Clapham Junction, as can be expected. Why? Then Surbiton, right the way down to Surbiton. Is there something nice to switch on to the slow line here? And then West Byfleet, which is still quite a way down. That's Weybridge, Byfleet and Newhall, West Byfleet. Which we can do on the fast line technically, but we'll do it on the slow. And Woking on the slow, and Brookwood on the slow, and then we go off to Ashvale and Aldershot and Farnham and Bentley when we get down here, and Alton. And then back up to Bentley and Farnham and Aldershot and Ashvale. I'm going to assume all the track down there worked properly. Up here is a different matter. If I have a look at what it's doing here quickly, it does appear to be working. You've got to kind of ignore the fact that the line is on the wrong side of the track. So it looks like it's doing it all wrong. Then we're on the outside track and up to West Byfleet on the platform and Surbiton. And what I might have to do is see about. I mean, it can use the express line here, but I think it probably uses the slow. Let's make it use the slow. That feels more accurate. I want to see if it's actually using the suburban, the slow line the whole way down. In a way, while I think it probably does, I kind of prefer it not to. Because it will just get stuck behind other trains. Although it looks like it does. It doesn't on the way, on the down, but on the up it looks like it does. I mean, if it's gone this far, then it's not going to be changing, is it? Okay. I guess we'd have to accept that. We go up to... We don't stop at Wimbledon. The next stop is Clapham Junction. But I just want to make sure we're going through roughly where we'd expect to at Wimbledon. Realistically, we should be... At the moment we leave Surbiton, I'd like to be on the fast. If that's possible. There isn't a switchover. In that case, maybe we do use the express line platform at Surbiton. Just to allow us to have switched over. Because that then means we can go through the fast at Wimbledon. Well, we're still not, but I'll make it do it in a second. There we go, Clapham Junction. Let's just see what it's doing with the flyover now. So it should go under the flyover, yeah. And then into the middle two platforms. Good, it seems to be working. And then back into Waterloo. And how's it doing on the line up to Waterloo? It's coming up the fast lines and in, and it does a bit of a weird sort of join onto a single track and in there. I mean, there are possibly better ways for it to have done that, such as maybe carrying on along this track and then switching over there, but I can't signal the middle of this junction at all, so we'll let it do what it wants to do and we'll see how it works. Passenger numbers really drop at 3 AM. Who knew? Okay, default timings, which I now need to change all of. Minimum stop time at every station will be a minute. The interval time is 30 minutes. Interval wait at first stop at Waterloo, yeah. I want the Alton stop time to be 10 minutes, I think. Or maybe 5. The problem I have, in reality, actually, is technically, in real life, if I go down to Alton and show, it's single track from Bentley down into Alton. Then Alton has 2 platforms. And the trains would alternate which platform they use. So one would come in and immediately the other would leave, because this single track does take about 10 minutes to get along. If I say 10 minutes each way, plus a 5-minute turnaround, yeah, I should be able to manage a 5-minute turnaround. It's making sure it's out of the way in time for the next one to come down. In reality, they have a sort of 20-25-minute turnaround, but that's because they alternate which platform they use. I'm not alternating which platform, I'm just using the one. Okay, purchase trains. I want the Class 450. Which I know I have somewhere in this list. There it is. Alton's typically run by 4 cars. So we'll purchase 1 to begin with. We'll then look. 224, so we probably want 0, 30, 1, 132. So that's 5 trains, so we need to clone it 4 times. Clone. And that should work. If I look at the automatic interval generation, it's generated 5859. So that's about right. If I then say full, and we go up here and have a look-see, it should now be running. There is a train. Off it goes. It's not going to be really obvious how well that junction works until we've got all the routes in, which is still a way off because I've not signalled most of the rest of the line. But this one might be leaving for a while. Where's it got to? It's already almost all the way to Surbiton. And through Abridge, stops at West Byfleet, down to Woking, and onwards. It should work pretty well through the one-way section. Oh, the one single track sections. I have used for this set of single tracks. I've used path signals instead of blocks, just because it means the train won't dispatch unless it can get into the station at Bentley. This entire loop needs to be clear for the train to dispatch into the single track section. I felt made more sense in this situation. But this is what I wanted to look at. So here's the next train coming down. The other train's already at Alton. So it will definitely clear out to Bentley and possibly all the way up to Farnham in reality in the end. Oh, in that case I could extend the turnaround at Alton, couldn't I? I shouldn't. But I could. I think having the turnaround at Farnham is probably a better bet than having it at having the passing at Farnham is probably better than having it at Bentley, because you'd have to time it very well to get it at Bentley. Farnham probably makes more sense. Let's see how we end up doing at Waterloo, how well the trains match up. Platform's cleared. And the next train should be coming up and in. And there we go. And out again. It didn't actually wait around as long as I had anticipated. So I might mess about with the timings on that line a bit. I did think of there was the line up here. It was High Barnet apparently. This line, 550. It's only 550, but it seems to have more trains than it needs on the line. Well, maybe if I just sell this one train, maybe the line will run slightly better now as that bed's in. It always seemed to have more trains than it needed up here. As shown by the fact that they keep waiting here. They shouldn't need to wait at the signal if there are the right number of trains on the line. Okay, there was one other line I wanted to make today. If I paste in the colour, SWR, as I set up the Hampton Court signalling, the only issue is, do I have it terminate at Waterloo or Hampton Court? I think Waterloo. This one will probably have its own platform. Not 5, 10. We want it to have an interval time of, I imagine, 2 an hour, right? Yeah, 2 an hour, so 30 minutes. A stop time of a minute. And let's slow down the game so that it doesn't lag too much. Platform 1 feels reasonable. Vauxhall. Clapham Junction. Platform AC at Clapham Junction, because it's a massive station now. Earlsfield. Wimbledon. Rains. No, I don't think we do Rains Park on the Hampton Court line. Oh, we do apparently now. I don't think we always have. But fair enough. Rains Park. Pretty certain Hampton Court didn't used to do Rains Park, New Malden or Berrylands. I thought it skipped them. Or maybe it's the Woking one that skipped them. Yeah, Waterloo to Woking skips them. Surbiton. I'm going to go with the outside platform. Thames Ditton. Hampton Court. Thames Ditton. Surbiton. Berrylands. New Malden. Rains Park. Why is the Alton train only just switching over here? I'm going to have a look at that. Wimbledon. Earlsfield. Clapham Junction. Vauxhall. And back into Waterloo. To be fair, into Platform 1 it really doesn't have much of a choice as to how it does it. That is the only way to do it. I'm going to have a look at the Alton train quickly, which seems to have a slight obsession of using the wrong track between Surbiton and Wimbledon. So here's Surbiton, and we are on the fast. And we're on the fast. At some point we go off the fast. For no apparent reason. Or the issue is that Hampton Court line is on the fast, but it's not. Okay. Yeah, suddenly you've switched over to the slow. Why would you do that? Don't do that. So this is after Surbiton, before Clapham Junction. Stay on the fast. Why don't you do that? There we go. Now you're on the right track, and then you should go through Wimbledon on the fast. Yes. And everything's working again. Cool. I think I have to close and reopen you to reset the timings. Then this line, I need to buy a 455, which unfortunately is in southern colours, but what can you do? 8 car, because they never run in 12 car formations. I've bought one, I need 031, so I need to clone it twice. Do that. I'll just set the Hampton Court turnaround time, the min-stop time, to 10 minutes. Okay. And full. And then if I accelerate, we should see them start coming down as well. So I'd hazard to guess that that is a 455, yes. And it should head down to Hampton Court up here. I only need 3 trains to run that half-hourly service because it's only like a 40-minute journey. It's there, and then it's on its way back out. And it passes the one going the other way at sort of New Malden Berrylands area. And up goes the second one. So that's all I was going to do today. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.